the Rickens. Next mission, bring the light to your home, electrician. I've been grinding since the basement. If you know, you know, man, you not adjacent. I'm in a league of my own. My soul speaking through poems. Both your speakers are blown for my songs. Let's get it on. I'm ready for the challenge. The dichotomy of dark and light is all about balance. Life's never perfect. Beauty runs deeper than the surface. Album on sale, but the soul not for purchase. Birth this ill style with mild symptoms. It gets them ecstatic. I'm a shock to the system. Warrior, battle scarred, yet these bars hard. Thus became an author, not the art part. I say, this the hard part. Restarted the lost art. Can make a smash from the mouth. I'm an all-star. Like this, light switch. Life is priceless. Like this, light switch. Life is priceless. Hit the light switch if you need a light switch. Like this, right quick for the night shift. I got the light, he got the light, we got the light switch. Sacrifice a ticket to the afterlife. My mission isn't done on earth. Alert the jerseys versus fuel my appetite. I have the right insight. World needs the facts of life. Healthy as an apple slice. This what real rappers like. International. Took a vacation. Still working on my sabbatical. Casual but tactical.
Listen up, please.
I'm more than a chess piece. Pawn starving a bargain for scraps while the rest eat. Left me to fend for myself. And I conquered where the wild things are with the monsters. As the earth keeps turning, lies keep turning. My eyes see burning. Fire desire acquired. I'm blessed as 3 sermons. Speaking that breeze, defeat vermin. Billie Jean, you can see the light. Every step that I take, walk with a glow kept to my fate. Like this, light switch. Light is priceless. Like this, light switch. Light is priceless. Hit the light switch if you need a light switch. Like this, right quick for the night shift. I got the light, he got the light, we got the light switch. Shine on, young king, with the gleam of a colorful dreamer. Clean by the redeemer. Queens of radiant demeanor. Beams of light, I know you've seen us. Shine bright through the zeitgeist. Baking on jewels, hit a nice heist. Drop a few gems, then ignite mics. Land of the free, but it comes with a slight price. You are not nice. Rappers wanna battle, not a sweat. Quiet is kept like Naruto's wife. He not a threat, young vet in the place. Masses, brains all trash. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Darkness embraced like a plague. But I light never would be dim. Better grab a pair of shades. But shine all in your face. I got the light, he got the light switch. We can't stop shining, fam. It's what we do. Paint the sky blue. Feeling like static shock out here. What? They talk about me. Okay.
I wanna know your name, wanna know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the FRZ unit channel. As always, my name is Blake_CS, and as always, we have Zeph joining us to guide you through the action. And we have round number 3 of ESEA Season 57 Advanced on the horizon. And Zeph, FRZ taking on Addice, I believe is the proper
Yeah,
way you pronounce this, is an interesting roster. They have Krakens, Linko, Hades, MDN, and Rhino, and based on the ELO, these are all relatively good players, and I think they've been in advance for some time now. It looks like they played in the SEA finals last season. But in terms of the here and now, I think that FRZ do have a tall task ahead of them. It's going to be one of their hardest tests to date. And considering they were able to find the win over, why am I blanking? Over Nine
9 point.
Fly
Yeah,
Esports, yeah. Considering they're able to find the win in what was surely supposed to be an overtime, or what was an overtime victory that was long and grueling, I think they have a great chance going into tonight.
absolutely. I think as well, what might help them is nature being on their side. You and I and Graham on production, shout out Graham, of course. We did read the chat, and unfortunately, Rhino is currently playing in a flash flood warning and a tornado warning. Um, That's just ESEA for you. Not the first time I've seen someone play in those conditions. I have also played in those conditions before. Please don't play in those conditions. Go to a basement or something, dog. Like it's an ESEA match. It's not worth it over that. But on a serious note, though, the map best of one will be decided. Will be Mirage, and we kind of saw Mirage in that first week 1 matchup, and it was a bit of a slow start for FRZ, but I mean, they were able to kind of come out at least on that CT side.
Yeah, and I definitely think that this matchup will rely on the back of FRZ actually playing their own game plan as opposed to, stooping down to the level of their opponent. But they'll get to test themselves and prove their worth one more time on Mirage, and they have started it out on this round on a 3-man setup towards this A site. Sharpie and Jenny go 1 for 1. Jacker's able to line 2 up, and it's a quick one. Sharpie just activates from Balk. Jackro had a free lineup, and I mean, what more could you ask for? So a pistol round win for FRZ secures the first round. Plenty of money to go around and start forcing up some of these SMGs. And Jackro whipping out the MP7 was not something I would have had on my 2026 bucket list.
It's interesting. I prefer the MP9 to myself. I'm not really a big fan of the MP7, but you know what, Jackro, whatever floats your boat, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that Jackro is more of a rifle forcer on the same boat of that MP9, but just a little bit of a new stone unturned.
Absolutely deleted. Oh my god. Sharpie kicking off strongly. Rocks with a nice double to chime in for 2. But there's that MP7 from Jackro to finish things off for a second clean round in a row for FRZ.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of clean round, it was a swift one at that. Sharpie just absolutely laying down the law out towards mid. And so early on in round number 3, we'll see Brox with the AWP, and that is something in of itself. Brox, we've seen some crazy shots out of him, and to be able to start getting those crazy shots going early on is going to be a great confidence booster and maybe a little bit of a demoralizing factor for this Addice roster. And they're at least able to hit the window smoke. I thought that was going to miss for a slight second, but Jenny is getting aggressive into underpass with Toasty, but they're not going to find anyone home, so that's a lot of information gathered early on.
This might be one of the most bizarre rounds of CS I've seen in a while. Addice are all 5 middle, all the way up connector. Sharpie's put between a rock and a hard place. Able to find one and a second one as well. He's on absolute fire so far this evening. Instantly gives a double man advantage for FRZ. Brox, he's kind of isolated here in ladder room. Walks to his crosshair up. Fighting the one, and that is the bomb down. Sharpie once again with Hades, who finally takes him down. But it's still a 2 versus 4. You know where at least that player in Jackro is over towards that A site as he was able to shoot some bullets through that smoke. And they know Brox is still alive and kicking in towards the ladder. Toasty, don't need to peek that, my friend. You don't want to give away this man advantage here. They spot the shadow. Brox can't really swing here with this AWP. Okay, able to find that frag on towards Hades, and the round is absolutely collapsed here for Addice as the bonus round works wonders for FRZ.
Yeah, bonus round works wonders, and the first quote unquote rifle round for Addice just completely gets thrown in the gutter. I mean, the fact that Brox is able to find Krakens just completely unaware on towards Catwalk feels kind of criminal. I feel like the player that was boosted on top of the railing would have been able to hear the scope, but clearly not. And Sharpie and Toasty having that dominant control and the dominant vice grip out towards mid, assisted with the MP7 from Jackro, but now he has an AK-47 in the hands. Toasty has a Galil, which is a little bit underwhelming in terms of the firepower, but considering they're going against Glocks and upgraded pistols, I don't see too much of an issue with it.
Alrighty, Sharpie once again finds the opener. Right wants to get out mid. You hope for a frag here on their favor. But it's gonna be Sharpie and Brox once again, and this might be the fastest 4 rounds of Counter-Strike I have ever casted. It is not even 5 minutes have gone by, it feels like, and we are already in a 5-on-1 in round 4. And not only that, only 1 player has died in those 4 rounds from FRZ. Everyone else has remained alive the entire time, as Jackro finds the closer. Just absolute quick domination from the unit of FRZ.
Yeah, and talking about how only 1 person has died on the side of FRZ, that was all thanks to Sharpie's own kind of confidence in going swinging through connector into the crosshair. But at the same time, Sharpie has been hitting the shots to be able to have that confidence and be able to, you know, just blindly walk through that smoke. I mean, he clearly has confidence in the rest of his team to be able to collect the dots. And already, I mean, you said it yourself, this is one of the fastest 4-0s that I've ever casted, that you've ever casted. But now Addice right back into it with rifles, trying to turn the donut into the breadstick. But it would have to mean breadsticks for at least 3 of these members, as Hades already on that first kill, but AWP in the hands of Rhino, looking to shake things up. And the AXQ thoroughly underway, nades over the top, a counter Molotov, but that doesn't stop MD in.
Macro able to finally recover from that missed spray at the beginning. Take down MDN, but he's really in a tough place there as Rhino will finish things off for him. It's a man advantage for Addice now as they take control of the bomb site. Brox getting a little too overzealous as Kraken catches him off guard, but the double dynamic duo of Toasty and Jenny from CT will at least stop that bomb plan for the time being. With the MP9, he's just go forceful in and finds Kraken. Puts Toasty now down to the clutch. The 1 versus 2. They know exactly where he is. Smoke grenade deployed. They'll allow him to push on through, but Amali will deny. He's got another one at that. That should clear firebox for him for the time being. You see Hades moving over towards connector as the bomb is planted for him in front triple. Rhino in a bit of a maybe an isolated spot here is spotted over. Toasty finds the headshot. Has 0 utility to work with though, unless he's able to pick up a smoke grenade left alone on the site. Opts to going for that AK instead. Bomb almost gone now at this point. He's got to tap it and makes a huge mistake. Is tagged down though. Hades can't peek this and he's playing it to absolute perfection. So he's gonna stick to stone. He should go down.
No.
Okay. All right. Let's take a minute. Let's calm down. That.
The fact that that almost happens is absolutely bonkers. I mean, Addice, although they're able to find their first round, it's all thanks to Rhino and thanks to Krakens. I mean, Hades was able to find 1 kill of his own, and that was that final kill. I mean, how does that defuse even get that close? I mean, a little bit of a wrangling of that AK spray, and nonetheless, Addice able to find their first round in this half. But it's not going to deter the buy of FRZ. Brock's right back with the AWP. Jackro still has $4,500 to his name, and the double push towards apartments kind of leans in favor of Addice at this current moment. Able to find a good chunk of damage on Toasty, but I think the real goal of this push was to implant Jenny into close right on the couch, and Impian might just go walking in and carelessly whispers away his life. Brock's able to connect the dot on an awkward op shot and finds it through the smoke. But with 1 minute and 15 seconds left, Addice completely corralled into mid. 2 players working their way down Valley. Krakens is looking for more over-aggression from connector.
Seemed like for a moment, oh, nope, they're opting in for it. They're going to go for the silent boost up towards window, but Brox is trained on this position. It's an easy close-range shot there on towards Rhino. And FRZ in well control of the driver's seat here. It's going to be a 2 versus 5. Sharp goes down. Not expecting Linko to be close up. Jackro finds Kraken, and Linko last alive. 1 versus 4. It'll have to be an ace from him if he wants to give Addice a chance here to find their second round. But it's Jackro with a wide swing, and FRZ with their 5th. And I mean, everybody right now, it seems, is firing on all cylinders for FRZ.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a turnaround. We talked about how their first matchup of Season 57 was a little bit of a rough one versus, I believe, Demolition it was, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
But still, I mean, talk about a turnaround. Like I said, taking the 10-13 loss in round 1, able to bounce back with that overtime win against Ninefly, and now are just putting up a dominating performance against Addice up to this point. And whether or not they are able to continue this charge, I don't necessarily think is the question, but I think it's a question of whether or not they're able to keep playing to the best of their abilities. And I mean, the confidence is clearly there. The shots are connecting, and it's all about Addice just trying to find holes in the game plan. But it feels realistically that FRZ have a coverall setup, whether it's towards the B site, whether it's towards mid, or even Jackro just playing passive towards Ticket. And the rotations have been fast. And like you said, all 5 cylinders firing like a well-oiled machine. Back timeout from Addice might give them just enough time to discuss what's going on and what is not happening across this map. It feels like an aggressive con split with upgraded pistols is coming FRZ's way.
Yeah, they're accelerating right on through. They're gonna find one though, but the pistols will overwhelm the rifles. As it will be Toasty stuck in the back of this bomb site in Firebox in a bit of a power play position here. He's been able to maneuver out of it too, and he's playing this perfectly, able to take Rhino by surprise. Now this site is... Ooh, Toasty gets a little too warm for his comfort. Smoke is down and deployed. It's not necessarily on the bomb, so even if Jenny were to try and stick it there, you should see the side of his body. The new smoke has been deployed, and Jenny's going to do it all. He's going to do everything himself. Maybe send his team up to victory, and that's exactly what he'll do. He'll distract the remaining members of Addice as Brox finds the defuse and the round.
I mean, the first thing I want to talk about is how the hell does Toasty go completely uncleared in Firebox and then proceed to make his residence into Sandwich on top of the missed Molotov? How does that happen?
You know, we were hyping this game up. You know, elo-wise, a lot of these players are very similar, but right now it just seems like experience reigns supreme for FRZ.
I mean, like I said, what more could you ask for in a start from FRZ? And Addice, you know, haven't necessarily had the best of results in their opening matchups for ESEA Season 57. Ooh. They're able to find a victory over Ninefly, but Rhino finds a victory on this B site and is trying to lead this charge, but the AWP will not be good up close and personal, so he opts for the catwalk hold. Sharpie.
He's gonna get cleared, but Linko goes down. But hold on just a moment. FRZ have brought themselves back into this round despite the early man disadvantage, and Sharpie's got the bomb as well. What is happening? How have they done this? And now Krakens is trying to flank through CT, but nobody's going to be home in that B bomb site. As FRZ got Toasty over towards middle. I don't even think Sharpie's aware that he has the bomb at this point, as the rotations are still not coming to fruition. So Rhino's got to make the play here, push right on up, looks for Sharpie to swing out, who is very low HP, and he does. And he's actually made the cross as well. This is just pure unlucky for Rhino. The bomb is still down. Not a lot of utility to work with, but Rhino absolutely punished for the peak. Kraken's left alive 1 versus 3. And he has some utility to work with. Able to maybe molly the top stairs for Sharpie and Toasty to stay tucked down, though. But Brox with that AWP is posted on this slim angle. Kraken's able to find one, but Brox shuts it down before it can even begin. And FRZ continue their reign of domination.
Yeah, and for FRZ finding that Brazil score, 7-1, and I want to say that it was super cognizant from the side of FRZ to recognize that CT was the gap. I believe that was Brox tucked in towards top con. That was really just waiting for any walkthrough of that connector smoke. And I mean, at the end of the day, FRZ, I've said it once before, I'll say it again, I sound like a broken record. They are looking fluid as a team. There's not any gaps being left open, and they're clearly showing their prowess on this map of Mirage. Brock's showing us some of that movement prowess, but a hefty volley of utility out towards mid does deny a little bit of this mid pressure that FRZ are trying to go for, but Sharpie still offering up the spam. Will put Linko at bay, but before dropping that top mid smoke and a rare missed op shot from Brox does open up Linko to have a second chance at life.
Well, Jackro will have a second chance at life as he's able to find the opener onto Krakens. That's going to activate Hades. As he can't connect onto the head of Jackro. Rhino's turn, my friend. You are up. and he opts to retreat back and join with the bombs. It has been brought over towards this A bomb site. But Jenny getting all this information into the apartments, that should cause its rotation early from Toasty, at least from that catwalk position. So the last 3 remaining members of Addice are looking to come and play on this A site. Sharpie able to take down one, Brox with another, as they're being picked apart one by one. MDN last alive. 1 versus 4, not going to matter too much when Sharpie's hitting shots like that. 13-5 for him, and 8-1 for FRZ.
And the one thing I'll touch on is that Brox's confidence is through the roof right now. I mean, in what normal circumstance would you see the Opper just standing out in the open of jungle looking for the Palace Peak? Because I don't know any. And look at the buy from FRZ. We have Toasty on the AWP. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And we're seeing something new every day. Yeah, I mean, you're up 7 rounds. You have plenty of money. Why not is a great question, Zeph. And I'll be interested to see where Toasty actually positions himself with the AWP. Brox is going to be smoked out window fast, but Addice looking to try and pull off what they were able to find on their first and only round win.
Ooh. All right, Toasty, let's see what you're made of, my friend. What can you do on the big green? Stuck in ladder, but able to retreat back. Move it around the map a little bit. Addice will group up towards bottom connector. Looking to push right on the room. That's exactly what they'll do. Sharpie finds the head of one. Ooh, instant elimination there from Rhino as he finds a double and able to pick up the AK. So Eagle will work wonders. He looks to find another with the AK, but Jenny just barely comes out on top there. Hades makes his way over towards ladder room, spots that low HP player in Jenny, but maybe not aware the AWP of Toasty is trained on this position. It's the AWP crossfire. Is now both Lenko and Hades are isolated into 1v1s as they try to make themselves a con. Toasty! No, come on, Toasty, please! You can connect on the one, I believe in you. But it's gonna be Jenny to finish things off. Hades last alive. Brox is known at the back of this B-bomb site. Both these mid players are low. You don't want to give this away too easily, and Jenny will close it. 9-1 scoreline, and get Toasty another op. I need to see it again. Do it.
I was gonna say, Toasty missed every single shot out of that AWP. I mean, yeah, that responsibly so picks up the M4A1S. Now the question for me is, do one of these other FRZ members get gifted an AWP? And that will not come to fruition.
5 AWPs.
Giving me flashbacks, man.
2015. That's 11 years ago, man.
Oh no, you didn't have to say that.
Oh, there we go, Brox. Gets the opener, Chakro with another one as well. And I mean, this is just textbook clean Counter-Strike from FRZ on their CT side. Absolutely phenomenal from them here, as they've put themselves into a 5-on-3 right off the bat. 30 remaining on the clock, as now they've have to readjust, and Addice still wanting to hit this A bomb site. But considering how strong it has been, might be the time for him to do it, as Jacko is left alone here. He does have Brox at least on that stairway position, able to spot the Palace player. Goes for that bold swing, and it will cost him one, as Hades will punish that aggression. Jacko's still alive at the back of the bomb site, and oh no. Jacko, do it. Yes, good man. Okay, Linko able to find him at least. Now down to 1v2, definitely a lot more doable. In a couple of the previous rounds, Addice have found themselves in. But Jenny is on this quick flank from T-Spawn. Linko gonna have to really take his time and might be able to find the opening, but Toasty closes with the A1S. 10-1 now.
And as much as I hate to nitpick Addice, it feels like that some of the shots they're missing are completely unacceptable, especially for a team that's supposed to be, you know, advanced caliber. I mean, we've seen the AK sprays being missed left and right. We've seen the single shots being missed left and right. And to be in round 12 and the highest fragging members only have 6 kills on the side of Addice, I mean, I almost want to boil it down to strategy not panning out, mainly because of the mechanics not making their appearance. But Addice definitely trying to go with the if it ain't broke, don't fix it approach and try to hit this A site once more. But here's the thing, Zeph, it's been broken multiple times and there has to be solutions.
Yes, so what is MDN doing? How did Sharpie find that kill? Oh my god, okay. 3v2. Toasty looking to maybe edge around the smoke, try and find an opener, as Addice have found CT control and have the best chance of maybe finding around here.
Nah.
Okay. All right. Give him a chance to breathe, FRZ. Link goes in CT. They do have Krakens over towards that Palace position as well. Smoke grenade is deployed. Go eats it a little bit. Have the bomb. Force that rotation. Oh my god. No. Surely not. Surely not, FRZ.
Nah.
Come on, man. These rounds that they're winning are absolutely incredible. And it's just absolute domination from beginning to end. 11-1 for FRZ. By far the strongest half I've seen in quite a while.
I mean, strongest half from FRZ or strongest half in general? Because for me, this is the strongest half in general from any advanced caliber team that we've seen in a long time. And I mean, how does this keep going FRZ's favor, man? They have the tailwind behind them.
These two teams faced each other last season. It was a 13-7 for Addice on Inferno. So, home map advantage is real, dude. My god.
But their prowess gets to be tested once more. FRZ now on the T side might be put in a similar position as Addice once were, but trying to bust out onto this B site. MDN is able to collect the first, but the flashbangs hit their mark, and MDN's forced back.
He's able to find the one, but the Glocks are trying to overwhelm this bomb spin. MDN's doing the work as he finds the triple until Jenny and Sharpie finally take him down. This is a 2-1-5. Surely, Addice don't do the unthinkable. Sharpie should not be able to clear Rhino in this position. The bomb will go down. Jenny needs to find one. Might do better than that. Into the clutch, whips around, but it's Rhino to close things out. And that is a round that Addice should not have let it get as close as it was. That was a 2-on-5 brought down to a 2v2. Oh, I mean, the only good thing is at least they have some breathing room now.
And my question is, where were the rotations once that B-side execute was happening? I mean, the utility was there. Brox was just jumping out the window and got flatlined. So where was the added support from the rest of this Addice roster? Because it was nowhere to be found. And, I mean, that's essentially what I think made it that close, is that Addice were a little bit lackluster on that timing to get more assistance into the B site. But FRZ now on upgraded pistols. One Glock in the hand of Jackro. Have to compete against the rifles that Addice have been able to field in round 14. And he starts it off on the right note. Takes a chunk of damage from the Desert Eagle. But with 1:30 left, it's the 3v5. And Hades is getting even more aggressive into Palace. Brox might catch him completely off guard, especially if he keeps tucking. And Hades, you're playing a dangerous game.
Hey. Ooh, a little bit of hide and go seek there in the in Palace. Go able to get a nice shot on Toasty and another one on a Brock. So Sharpie goes down as well. This is the cleanest round Addice have had so far on Mirage. Maybe giving themselves a chance to get things going on this CT side, as once again the bye should be, well, it's actually going to be their bonus round, excuse me. So a couple rifles work with a FAMAS and an SMG.
It's their cleanest round, Zeph, because they just won against upgraded pistols. Let's not forget that, Mark.
Yeah, we got
there was no. You want me to give them hope when they're down 3-11 and we just saw a masterclass of a CT side? I mean, we've seen crazier comebacks before, but I'm going to need to see at least 7 before I start believing in an Addice comeback.
Anything's possible, I believe. I think they might be able to find some momentum on this CT side. I mean, FRZ were in a very similar situation in week 1 on this very map. So maybe they can change the trajectory. They've gotten that middle control. Jackro able to swing around and find the opener, though. Rhino not able to trade. Linko instead will be able to from connector. And Rhino finds Sharpie, so this crossfire in middle will work wonders. Give Addice the man advantage they were ever so hoping for, as the bomb's going to be rotated back towards T-spawn.
Yeah, Brock's thinking about that AK-47 that lies at his feet. But will opt and serve the sound as Toasty and Jenny make their way into Palace. And if you look at the minimap, FRZ only need to find Hades underbalk. And then considering there's no Molotov on either of the belts of the players are making this approach, it'll be a little bit more difficult. Linko is jiggling connector from stairs, but if Jenny continues this tread out on the balcony and goes lower balk, then there's a possibility that they completely catch this defense off guard.
Finds the opener. Toasty finds another. So Addice now the ones on the back foot, and Brox is in a beautiful position here in chair and gets punished for that peek. Rhino goes down, MDN left into the clutch as he is able to find one. The last two remaining players of FRZ are low HP, and they know exactly where MDN is. Toasty! That's a bit of a bold peek, my friend. Taps the bomb. He should be able to win this round at this point, as he knows exactly where Brox is, but Brox comes out on top and gives FRZ map point. Woo!
I mean, to put it in perspective, Zeph, we're 36 minutes into the total time of this stream. I'd just say give or take 10 minutes. Exploding in behind the camera is absolutely cracking up right now. This map has been around 20 minutes. So give or take 17 minutes on our intro in terms of the starting soon and our little bit of a yap sesh. And FRZ only need one round to close this one out. This would be one hell of a confidence booster going into week number 2 of ESEA Season 57 and going into Frag Vegas nonetheless.
Absolutely. Frag Vegas just about a week away at this point, and FRZ wanting to be one of those teams to make it to stage 2 and face those teams like 180, Patchy Way, the top talent of NA. But RP finds a double with the MAC-10, and it's going to be only the MAC-10s to find the frags necessary, as Toasty will find one of his own. MDN will go last alive, but it might not matter too much, as FRZ should damn well take Mirage in this best of one in convincing style, and that's absolutely what they'll do here, unless MDN has something to say about that in retaliation. He doesn't. Jackro silences him in a 2-1 start to the advanced season for FRZ.
I mean, Zeph, what? I mean, an easy night in the office for us, an easy night in the office for FRZ.
Yeah.
I mean, what more could you ask for? I mean, we talked about how there was a little bit of a slip up in week number 1 on this very map, but what a turnaround from them. And I mean, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. We do have Jackro in the waiting room. Production wants birthday boy Brox, but Jackro is already in the wings waiting for it. So Jackro is in the video. We're gonna send it to a short break, and then we'll get some words from Mr. James Jackro Brooks himself. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, after a short break, we have... Wait, this isn't Jenny. Production, you're fired. This is Jackro after a beautiful 13-2 victory
13-3.
over
13-3.
13-3 over Addice. I just watched the game, but we were having a lot of fun casting that one. And James, the first thing I want to ask you is, what was different in this matchup versus week number 1 where y'all faced against Demolition? I mean, it felt like when y'all played against Demolition on Mirage, y'all were kind of playing down to the level of your opponent. But in this week, I mean, the confidence was there, the shots were there. Was there anything in particular that was said from you or any of the other guys?
There's nothing too special. I mean, we watched the demo back from the Demolition game because I think we played that bad more than they played that good. Because to be honest, like, being no offense to Demolition, but we've beaten them like 13-4 in every match but that one. Right? Like, that's just an anomaly out of like 1 out of every 10 matches. They're a good team, but I think we're just better, right? And that's no ego. That's just based on the results, right? I think this game was like it happened every time we lose the first game of the season. We kind of just break down like what happened and be like, okay, these are the things we need to clean up on and like get tight. Because essentially, like after Frag New York, we kind of took a couple days. We played 2 days of light practice to kind of get back into it, and then we took a break for the weekend to just like let everybody reset. Be like, hey, it's been a long travel week. We did some scrims. We cleaned up. We watched some of the demos back from the LAN. Kind of try to clean some stuff up, and then we kind of started really slow. Especially even in the scrims, like last week, it was very slow. It was like we were arguing a lot of like trying to figure things out, people not communicating properly, not holding angles, not doing what we normally do, not playing like ourselves. Even in the Z-Bands game, right, like against Ninefly, we were kind of in our own heads of like we know exactly what they're doing, how they're going to do it, when they're going to do it, and then we just don't communicate like what we're doing properly, and we don't set up for it, or we don't react fast enough. And that was kind of like a sluggish week one. And then like kind of over that week, we're watching the demos, working it out in scrims. And then this week, our hope is to kind of just get back in that groove we were last season.
Absolutely. And, with Frag Vegas around the corner, literally within like a week or so, I mean, you guys are attending the event. Is this a bit of a confidence booster you kind of feel like coming into that event?
I really want to come in confident to Vegas because obviously it's our full 5 plus our coach. I kind of have a general idea of where we'll be seated. We're the worst ranked VRS team going into that event, but we're, out of the 30 teams, there's only like 10 VRS teams. So something like that, right? So we'll be like the 10th or 11th seed, give or take, right? So like we're middle of the pack seeding for Vegas. I would like to come out with a lot of VRS from that event, right? I would like to beat a team we should, quote unquote, shouldn't. And I'd like to be beating all the advanced teams there. That's kind of the goal. Obviously, whether or not we get there, that'll be up to us and the work ethic we put in for the next 2 weeks. But that's the goal, is to show up and beat everybody at the advanced level. That's kind of where we want to be.
And then speaking of goals in terms of this season and going into Frag Vegas, is there any, long-term goals y'all have set to be able or to try and reach? I mean, obviously you want to try and make it into the ECL Cups and obviously into the ESEA finals and then slowly climb up that rank. But is there kind of a solid goal that y'all would be able to hit this season that would kind of indicate steady improvement?
Yeah, so we actually had to talk about goals when we got back from New York, because we kind of sat down at New York and we were like, especially after we got our VRS, we were like, man, like our 6-month plan, we kind of finished it in 2.5 months, right? We had like 6 months worth of goals that we wanted to achieve, and we hit every single one within one season of picking up Jenny, which was unexpected but welcomed, right? And we had to sit down and be like, this is the first time we've ever sat down as a team and not talked about like the failure or disappointment of the season, of like what we could have done better. It's like of what are we going to do more, right? Or what's good that we have to continue to put work into. And that was kind of the conversation we had. For this season, we'd like to very minimum make the VRS portion of advanced. I think that's a fair goal for us. At Frag Vegas, our big goal is to make top 8. If we can. I think that's definitely doable with how the seeding will probably go with those teams. And what else do we have? We have like Nostalgia coming up, the Frag Online events. We just won Frag Rowan with Toasty and I to get our core to go to Frag Philly. I think a long-term goal would be like either top 4 at a Frag 10K or like winning an event, right? That'd probably be like the next like 6 to 8 months, is like climb the VRS and like maybe win something.
Alrighty. Well, I have one more thing before we go. If I do remember correctly, in the game chat, I think Brox mentioned it was his birthday.
It is his birthday today. I think he's turning the big 21, dude, right before Vegas.
Dang.
Damn, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm not doxing him. It's on his HLTV, I think, unless he lied. Unless he's like Neptune and he's like 16 forever.
Oh man.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, I'll say, James, thank you for sitting down and answering some questions for us. Happy birthday to Brox as well. And we're not going to hold you anymore because I know that y'all are all going to go back in TeamSpeak and immediately watch the VOD and try to take some things away from this, as hard as that might be. But nonetheless, congratulations on a great win. And again, thank you for answering some of our questions.
Yeah, GG guys. Thanks for the cast.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Take care, brother.
And then with that being said, I mean, Zeph, we talked about it. It was an easy night in the office for FRZ, in turn making it an easy night in the office for us. I mean, a beautiful statement win, I think, for FRZ unit. Although, we talked about how it was should have been a closer match, but not finding that, I mean, we talked about it. That has to be a confidence booster for FRZ. I don't really have any takeaways from this other than the fact that it felt like FRZ were really playing up to their fullest potential. I mean, do you have anything for me?
Not necessarily. I mean, I thought they played great. I don't think you could have a cleaner game as they did. There wasn't really
Mhm.
any outline errors I maybe saw on their like earlier mid rounds or anything of that sort. They didn't really give too many chances to make it into a clutch scenario, and when they did, they were able to kind of shut it down in pretty convincing fashion. So FRZ did a fantastic job tonight. And we will actually be seeing them play again on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central, on ESEA, of course, against Bones Body Count, if I'm not mistaken, who are currently 1-2, and that is a team I do think FRZ should be able to beat very convincingly as well. So FRZ have the potential to start 3-1 on the advanced season.
Yeah, so the opportunities are there. It's just all about FRZ capitalizing on it. But in terms for us, that's going to be it from us over here on the FRZ unit channel. As always, my name is Blakert. We have Zeph to help guide you through the action. We've had the wonderful exploding behind the camera to give you all of the fancy camera angles, putting together the interview, putting together the flipping of the screens. And so without further ado, that's going to be it. It was a quick night. And we will see you guys Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And until then, we'll catch you on the flip.